singleness / relationship perspectives in starting off uni life. Now for me, hey y'all, today's video is gonna be a little bit different. As you can see, my setup is giving Christmas, it's giving holiday cheer, and that's because today's video is going to be a giveaway. I am going to be gifting one of you with a $100 Amazon gift card. So earlier this week, I asked some of you over on my Instagram to submit some questions that y'all would like me to answer in today's video. So it's going to be a Q&A video, but to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That simple. And first of all, if you haven't subscribed already, by the way, if you are new here, special welcome. My name is Doon Alurin and I'm a 4th year medical student studying in the Caribbean. Over the past year, I have gotten so much support from y'all. I cannot leave this year without telling y'all thank you in some which way, shape, or form. And that is why I'm hosting this giveaway. And if I could give all 2,000 of y'all, you know, a $100 Amazon discount, I would. I really love y'all so much. Y'all don't know how much y'all pour into me. Even when y'all just comment and say, girl, I know the feeling. That does so much for me. So honestly, thank y'all so much for supporting me all year. Let's just get straight into the questions. I don't want to ramble too much. I don't want to get too, you know, too soft. So I wanted to start with this question. The first question is, why did you choose medicine as your pathway in life? So when I was in like 7th grade, I used to watch E a lot, the channel E, you know, with Keeping Up with the Kardashians and E News, that channel. And my favorite show on that channel was Dr. 90210. I literally loved these doctors on this TV show. I would watch every single episode. I don't think I missed an episode. And really and truly what made me fall in love with it is the fact that it just showed how transformative medicine is as a whole. Of course, that show is about plastics and cosmetics, which has its place for sure in, you know, increasing the quality of one's life. But what that really showed for me is that we can go in and intervene in someone's situation, whether it be with a surgery or writing a script or, you know, giving care. Something about what we do is going to change this person's life or save this person's life, and something about that was just always attractive to me. I just felt like that was so divine, you know. I just felt like it was so, I don't know, I just feel like it couldn't get any better than that. That was my viewpoint as a young girl, and at first I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. So after that, of course, my specialty of choice has changed 1,012 times, and it's definitely not plastics or any surgery for that matter, but my why is kind of still the same in terms of just really liking that transformative aspect of medicine and how we can just change somebody's life literally in a second. So the next question, which I think is a really good segue from that question, I got this another day, and it is, if you didn't choose to become an MD, what would you make your main career? When I was going through what I was going through in med school, when I wanted to drop out, when I was over it, I could think of a million things I'd rather do other than med. But then when I actually went on my break, I couldn't come up with nothing. When I'm in OT, when I'm on the board, miserable. When I staying up late studying, I'm miserable. I could think of a million things I'd rather do. Rapper, trapper, full-time entrepreneur, all kind of things I could think of. But when I actually had the chance to escape, I didn't escape to anything. I just went back to med school. But originally, when I got my original rejections from med school, and I talked about that in my why did I leave med school, no, what did I talk about in my rejection video. When I first got all those rejections and I wasn't sure I was going to go to UE, or I wasn't sure what I was going to do, I was actually prepping to do real estate in Florida. Do I see myself doing real estate? Child, girl, I don't know, you could see yourself doing lots of things when you're miserable and when you're confused or whatever. So that is what I would have done if I didn't end up going to UWI. It was literally what I was about to do if I didn't go to UWI. But other career things that I think I would enjoy, I definitely enjoy entrepreneurship. I definitely enjoy content creation and things like that. But I think it all like just ties together with my medicine career option. I feel like it just kind of balances everything out. So yeah. Ooh, we got an interesting one, Miss Girl. Ooh, so this question is singleness / relationship perspectives in starting off uni life, wisdom to offer. So first of all, Miss Girl, you said in starting off, I would say this. In starting off, I would say no. You talking about what? August, September, you trying to get in a relationship? I would say no. Go learn your upper limb. Go learn your cranial nerves, okay? And yes, go read Langman's chapter 1 through 9. Do all of that. So that's what I would say for starting off. However, in general, I don't think anything is wrong with being in a relationship in medical school. I think it would actually be quite nice to have someone who supports you throughout med school, because med school could be challenging and it can be quite consuming if you allow it to be. So if you just leave that aspect of your life, that personal aspect of your life, free to do whatever, I fully support that. I think that's what you should do. Do not allow medicine to consume your whole life where you choosing whether you should be in a relationship or not based on med. I don't advise that. And I know people who have gotten married, who have gotten engaged through med school, and they are quite fine. Now for me, pray for me. I haven't had such luck. So the next question is, any advice for a prospective medical student? So I could talk a lot about, different things prospective medical students could get into or how they could prepare for school and stuff like that. But I think if I could choose just one thing to say, I would say to do your research before you decide on a school. And the reason why I say that is because before you get to medical school, sometimes you're not even aware of the different paths that you can take to become a doctor, the different types of doctor you can become, and things like that. So I would just definitely say to do your research. Every school is different. Every school pushes you to do different types of exams. Every pathway is different, and the type of doctor you want to be, where you want to live, what you want to practice, all of those things come into play in choosing a medical school. And sometimes you don't even know those things exist until you're already at a medical school. So I would say to just do your research before, and then we'll talk about everything else that you should know after actually choosing a school. Okay, so the next question is your experience in and how to manage the environment of living with new people. Honestly, my experience living on hall was amazing. Like, amazing for me. I didn't have any issues. I had the best flatmates ever. My flatmates became like my close friends. I don't know, we just gelled, we just clicked. God had it where I went on a flat with girls who were like my age, because one concern I had, and I know a lot of people have this concern, is that you're gonna end up around like younger people because maybe you did a first degree or decided to go to med school late. So that was a concern of mine, and I literally was on a flat with the most womanish gals who cooking 5-course meal on Sundays and who mature, and I just really had an amazing time. I was just surrounded by love the entire time, and I switched floors. So on my first floor, I had a good relationship with them. And then when I left med school and came back, I was on a different floor and I had a good relationship with them as well. So I actually have no complaints. And you would think I would, but I don't. I really loved living on hall. I would not change it. Anything you underestimated or overestimated about med school? Let me just say this first. You could never overestimate anything about med school.
And that's on who? The man had a little lamb.
At the last minute, I decided to go to UWI, so I didn't really even think of anything to be able to overestimate anything. So I underestimated everything. But I think the number one thing that I underestimated was how long this degree was gonna feel, okay? I had done a first degree before med, which was 4 years, and the time flew by. But for some reason, the 5 years here, baby, girl, I feel like I've already been here 5 years. Any safety tips for living on campus and wisdom for girls, especially on how to stay safe? This is a whole video. But in short, for this, if I could just sum it up quickly, I would say to just don't take anything for granted. I know young people feel like nothing could happen to them, but I've seen some things, I witnessed some things, and not just in Jamaica, any university. I was just talking to my friend the other day about how when I was in Nebraska, I had a full stalker, police involved, had to move, stuff like that. So don't take anything for granted. People could be tricky anywhere, any country. So this is not just for Jamaica, but just don't take anything for granted. Always travel in groups. Don't walk around campus at night. Be vigilant. If you see somebody once, twice, 3 times, hold up, I seen you too much, alert somebody, you know, just things like that. Just be extra careful when it comes to going in taxis and stuff. Always call a private taxi. Just call Garage Pro, call on time. That way the base knows who's picking you up. Garage Pro, call on time, call City Guide, companies like that where people can kind of track you. You know, you were the girl who called from 138, you were the girl who called from Towers, where are you now, kind of thing. I don't do the route taxi thing. And even with companies like that, on time, Garage Pro, pick a favorite driver, get their number, and just call them all the time. When you need to go to the grocery store, when you need to go to the airport, call that same driver. When I was in Kingston, I had one favorite driver. His name is Javon. I'm gonna message Javon next week and tell Javon Merry Christmas. Like, that's how close I was to my taxi driver and how much I trusted my taxi driver. I knew I could never get in any problems with him. Pick a favorite taxi man. Never walk around campus at night. Buy a pocket knife. I wish I could show you my pocket knife is in my car right now, in my door. You understand? Because like I say, you just can't take anything for granted. Young single girls, just be careful. How do you cope with exam anxiety if you have it? So exam anxiety could go 2 ways for me. I could either be so anxious where my belly breaking down. My flatmates know all about this. I won't laugh because it's serious. Okay, exam anxiety is a real thing. So my exam anxiety could either be so real where I am really too nervous, my stomach is hurting, I'm getting physically ill. It could be a whole thing like that, and where I feel like I can't function going into my exam. But usually for me, once I get into the exam, it subsides. Like after the first 5 questions or so, I just chill out and I'm good. But I know for everybody that's not their experience. So yeah, my exam anxiety can either go that way, or where I am so anxious, or I would otherwise get so anxious that I just shut off and I don't care. And to me, I don't like that one. I rather be anxious to where my belly breaking down, I can't sleep, because at least I'm studying, you know. I don't know if y'all ever saw that like bell curve of how being anxious or stressed could help your productivity. Sometimes I'm at the top of the bell curve where I'm like just anxious enough to work hard, but sometimes I go all the way to, you know, the right hand side where I'm not productive at all and no good to myself. So I would just suggest to work through your anxiety, like your exam anxiety, like you would any other anxiety or depression. And I always vote to go see a therapist. And I know a lot of people think going to a therapist seems so extreme, but if you have a gynecologist, if you have a dentist, if you have a general practitioner, and you don't see anything strange about that, you know, consider therapy quite similar. You need somebody who's gonna help you maintain your mental health, just like you need somebody to help you maintain your reproductive health, or, you know, your general physical wellness. So my last question is, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? And this is a good question, but honestly, this is very difficult for me to answer because I don't know what specialty I want to go into. And then there are other factors that go into, you know, what you specialize in, where you're going to live, where you even want to live, where you want to practice, all these different things. And honestly, in my experience, I rather just go with the flow now. I am usually a control freak. I'm usually a planner. But at this point in the journey, I just want whatever God wants for me. So wherever God see me in 10 years, I'm cool with that. Anyway, y'all, I have some more questions that I would have loved to answer, but they're definitely like videos or definitely things I can DM and talk to these people about one-on-one. If you ever wondered, you can absolutely DM me. I'm gonna respond. You can email me. My email is always down in the description box. You can email me. I'm gonna respond. But that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can comment anything. You can comment what your favorite video for the year was. You could comment what videos you would like to see in the future. You could comment what you liked about this video. Comment anything. You could comment hello and you're gonna be entered in this giveaway. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to have a good year on this platform. That was my Christmas gift from y'all to me. A second Christmas gift would be if you subscribe. I really appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.